presents RTN Tonight. I'm Teddy Oliver, and here's your host, Ariana Adan.
Hi Teddy, welcome to another episode of RTN Tonight. We had a crazy week of news, so let's get right to it. SpaceX and Elon Musk are back in the news tonight after their second successful launch from Cape Canaveral, Florida. The Crew Dragon Resilience docked on Sunday night to the International Space Station, where it will stay on board for a 6-month stay. Even Mandalorian's The Child found his way into a space as the Dragon crew used a plush toy as a zero-G indicator for the mission on Sunday night. I guess the child was looking for the green Martians from Toy Story on his adventure.
As Christmas is right around the corner, first off, don't worry Thanksgiving. We here at RTN Tonight still consider you a holiday. The famous Rockefeller Christmas tree made its way down to New York City this past week with a special surprise inside, a baby owl. It was discovered inside the tree when workers were putting it up in place. The baby owl had not had any food or water for the past 3 days as it made its way down, but it is expected to make a full recovery. Ironically, the baby owl was named Rockefeller. Unlike here at Rowan, when we name our prof mascot, who are you? Really original, guys.
Both the PS5 and Xbox Series X have made strong debuts on the current market for gaming this past week, as both Sony and Microsoft released to the public full access to the new consoles. However, if you thought there was a chance to get one, you are sadly mistaken. Both consoles have sold out across several box store chains, including Walmart, Target, Best Buy, to name a few. However, in 2020, you're more likely to find a PS5 or Xbox Series X than a pack of toilet paper.
When you live in New York, you see things like Elmo walking around the streets. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that somebody in New York happened to hop on to the top of a city bus and launched flames into the air from his flamethrower. The stunt was performed in part for a music video for rapper Dubry God. Hey, with this cold weather coming in, I guess everyone can learn a lesson here, and you too could buy your own very own flamethrower. RTN is not responsible for any injuries sustained from your stupidity.
Botched sculptures are back in the news this week after a poor restoration was revealed last week in Palencia, Spain. Local artists have compared the restoration project to the 20th century piece to a cartoon character. I think Doodle Bob from SpongeBob could have done better with restoring this priceless piece of art. Well, we have a great show for you tonight, including Tim Catrino and Alex Brown from Prophecy coming up after the break, so stay tuned. Welcome back. We're joined now by Tim Catrino and Alex Brown. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Can you guys talk about what Prophecy is?
Yeah, sure. So, first off, my name is Alex Brown. I'm the president of Prophecy. I am here with my vice president, Tim Catrino. And essentially what Prophecy is, it's one of the 2 a cappella groups here available for Rowan students to audition for and be a part for. We do a lot of performances both on campus and off campus, as well as during rehearsals we help to enhance the musicianship of each individual member, and we come together to perform a bunch of wonderful songs of different genres. And essentially we're just kind of like a pseudo frat that enjoys singing for people and just having fun.
That's great. How did you guys get involved with Prophecy?
So both of us, our freshman year, auditioned and got into the group. Alex joined in the fall and I joined in the spring. I heard about Prophecy through one of my friends who was in the group as well. And after seeing them perform at Rockapella my freshman year, I knew that it was something I really wanted to do.
Yeah, for me, I've been in an a cappella group in high school, so coming to Rowan, I was like, definitely want to continue that into my college years. I initially wanted to join the other a cappella group, but they weren't looking for any guys. It was like, all right, I'll go for Prophecy. And then 4 years later, I'm currently the president. Enjoyed my time here, and it's just been a great experience.
And what events have you guys been involved in with Prophecy?
So every year, Prophecy does a show called Rockapella in collaboration with Ra. We bring a bunch of groups from around the the South Jersey area, and we just put on a big show in the Student Center. It's a great time for everyone involved. So yeah, as president and vice president / music director, we do a lot. We've pretty much been involved with everything in the last 4 years. It's sorry, I'm blanking.
Is there a mentor that either of you have had that you fell in love with singing?
For me, it would definitely be my high school teacher, Miss Colodi. She really instilled a love of singing into my heart. Freshman year of high school, I was just like one of the random boys that just joined choir because it was a club. There were people there. Sometimes there was free food. But after that first year of performing like really difficult pieces, as well as joining the a cappella group in my high school, I got really more like fell in love with the whole act of like performing for a live audience, and she helped to get me to a point where I was like one of the best singers in the group, as well as just being a supported member of my choir and my group. And I carried that with me to Prophecy, where I try to help everyone as much as possible, whether it be learning the music or making sure they're on top of their stuff, make sure they know what's coming up for the week, as well as just instilling a community of like just openness and being able to be comfortable with each other. So I owe it a lot to my teacher, Miss Colodi.
Yes, and I had my start similarly in high school. The director of the musicals, kind of pushed me towards more performing, because I was I was kind of shy. I wasn't too confident in my abilities, but he really pushed me to keep going, and ever since then, I mean, I've been in love with performing and singing and all that, and now I'm here.
Is there a favorite memory that you guys have had within Prophecy?
Oh, definitely when we went to Memphis. So earlier this year, we had the opportunity to perform at the BriarCrest Invitational, where it's only like selected groups are able to perform there. We would have a masterclass with someone in the a cappella community that's like very professional, as well as there were 2 nights of performances where we got to listen to other groups and whatnot. That was definitely a highlight of my junior year, just traveling so far away from New Jersey and just going to a whole different community, as well as meeting groups from all over the country that had the same love for a cappella. It was just a really, really great time, and I'm glad that we were able to do it before everything went to COVID.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with Alex on that. The trip to Memphis was great. Personally, another thing that comes to mind was during so the ICCA. If you've seen Pitch Perfect, it's the competition that they perform there. So my sophomore year, my first year doing beatbox, vocal percussion, we went to the ICCA, and I actually won an award for my vocal percussion there. And as someone who was very new to the experience, it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling.
Yeah, this man's talented, let me tell you.
Thank you. Thank you. You flatter me.
Coming up after the break, Teddy and I will play Finish the Lyric with Tim Contrino and Alex Brown, so don't go away.
Welcome back to RTN Tonight. Ariana and I are now going to play Finish the Lyric with Tim Contrino and Alex Brown. Ariana and I are going to read off lyrics from popular songs, and it will be up to Tim Contrino and Alex Brown to see if they can finish the lyrics. Alright. You two lads. The first half of this lyric starts like this. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Okay, there's nowhere saying you have to do it at the same time, but
I think it just added to the charm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was correct. That was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Classic.
The second lyric that I have for you two lovely people is, I got the horses in the back.
Well, I know the song.
Hat is not attached. Some of those words were correct.
You are very close. I'll call it there. Horse tack is attached. Hat is matted black.
Hat is not black.
That is, of course, Old Town Road.
Yeah.
The next up, we have stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup and put some liquor in it.
Take a sip, sign the check.
Can I get the next sentence just for shits and
Julio,
giggles?
get the stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
My tongue failed me for a second.
There we go. Alright, that was obviously Uptown Funk. You two are on a roll. Let's see if we can screw
This
that
is
up.
where we crashed down.
The next lyric. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing.
As we dance through the night, remember the.
You're so close. Alright, you suck. That was from September. The finished lyric was, as we dance in the night, remember how the stars stole the night away.
Something, I knew something about stars.
Yeah, well, you didn't know the rest.
Ah.
Next lyric. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why.
I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Alright,
Tell me why.
Alright, no. I was gonna give you bonus points, then you lost the bonus points.
It was worth it.
Next lyric we have for you is, just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit.
He took the midnight train going anywhere.
Yet again correct. Tim, step your game up.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Can
I'll give
we-
you this one.
Let the co-host speak, Alex. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now.
Yeah, correct. Good job. From airplanes, obviously. We didn't. Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, television.
Alright.
Nope.
This is oddly one of the easier ones.
I'm
I'll
just
call
gonna
it.
guess we didn't start the fire.
I mean-
it was always
I mean-
burning when the world was turning.
I mean,
Since the world's been turning.
technically yes, but the rest of the lyric is North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, that was the end of the lyric.
Nice.
Next lyric we have coming up. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
She was looking kind of dumb, with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead.
Alex, that's incredibly mean to say about some poor woman, but also very correct. The last one we have here. We're no strangers to love.
You know the rules, and so do I.
Well, then apparently you two knew the lyrics to that song. Congratulations, you two. You performed admirably.
Thank you.
So I'm never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you down.
Always gonna come around.
All right, we are on a time schedule, so Ariana, carry us away.
Well, thank you both for joining us tonight. Coming up, we'll have Renee Waters with Last Week, This Week, so don't go away.
Welcome to Last Week, This Week. I'm Renee Waters. Hollywood is about its famous actors, big lifestyles, and $1.5 million face masks. Who knew that something like a face mask could be worth so much money? The mask is made from Israeli jewelry brand Yuval. The face mask weighs 210 carats and includes over 3,608 natural black and white diamonds and 250 grams of 18K gold. I guess if you had the money to spend on a face mask, why not throw $1.5 million at it? You know, for a usual airplane strike, you think of birds. Well, in Alaska, birds aren't the only thing around the airport you have to worry about. It's a bear. An Alaskan Airlines flight was coming in, landing from Cordova, Alaska to Yaquet, Alaska. The plane received most of the damage on the left side of the aircraft, including causing damage to the engine. Maybe the bear was trying to be smart and leave Alaska. I couldn't live in those weather conditions either. A man in China took buying an Apple product to the extreme after he sold his kidney on the black market earlier this week. The kidney is worth roughly $3,200 on the black market and was enough for the young boy to get his coveted iPad 2 with the money he gained. Unfortunately for him, the young boy will be bedridden for life. I guess that iPad was really worth it for part of your life. A man in Lincolnshire, England has had it with the roads in his hometown. While driving with his son this past week, he noticed the pothole was a bit too deep for comfort. He stopped to the document in the pothole and found it to be much deeper than he originally thought. He had his son stand in the pothole to show how deep it was. Look at this pothole. That man is 6 feet tall. This guy will feel right at home driving on the New Jersey roads. An airborne from Idaho lost his pet raccoon while helping with restoration efforts in Oklahoma. After the recent ice storms, the raccoon stated to weigh over 50 pounds, went missing for 15 days ago, while owner George Simmons was in Norman, Oklahoma, clearing tree branches from around power lines. The man gathered a large group of helpers in efforts to find the pet raccoon. Even the fire department came out to look. There is still an ongoing search for the 50-pound raccoon, but they should probably just check the dumpsters at the nearest Wendy's. That's all we have for this week's edition of Last Week, This Week. I'm Renee Waters. Have a great night.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I think that was a wonderful show.
Thank you, and hope to see you next time. Have a nice day.